Class Online School. In Class Online School, we deliver educational stuffs. We bring learning to your home. We run the Nigerian curriculum from JS1 to JSS3 and to SS3. We equally have different sections on this corner. We have the sex education section, your counseling section, and your business corner. So please follow along as we have all these corners to build to you, both as teenagers, as young individuals, and as adults. We're going to take our sex education section today. Are you subscribed to the channel? Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. If you think this video and many others we have on this channel are going to help someone, please share it with them. On our sex education section today, we are going to talk about the negative effects of early dating. We are not condemning dating because it helps you to get acquainted with the opposite sex or with the other person that you're dating. But we're talking of early dating. Early dating can lead to a lot of dangers, and these are the dangers we're going to talk about today, and why you need to be matured, have a matured mind, have a matured mindset, and be able to handle this relationship well before you think of dabbling into it. Now, number one reason why you don't need early dating is you are trying to learn about yourself. As a teenager, you are still young. There are a lot of changes that are happening in your body that you need to be cautious of. And these body changes can lead to a lot of frustration. And so trying to identify yourself is one way to help you grow. Adding more problem to it will be a big case for you. So first of all, learn about yourself. That is one thing you need to do. Instead of living to learn yourself and start learning the other person, it becomes a big job. So learn about yourself. Then two, there is a lot of stress as a teenager. Self-identity, changes in the body, coping with academics, having talks with your parents, trying to fit in with this new age of yours. Is a lot of stress. Trying to focus on the life ahead of you is a lot of stress. Trying to focus and think about what you need in life is a lot of stress. Figuring out how it's all going to happen is a lot of stress. So adding dating to it, because this time you're going to make out more time for the other person. Instead of making out time for yourself to meditate, think and focus and strategize on how your life is going to be, you are out there thinking of going for one outing to another, trying to learn what the other person likes and what he dislikes. It's a lot of stress. That's the second thing you need to think about. Thirdly, these young individuals lack maturity. What you will do as an adult and do it very well, these young individuals, these teenagers might have problem trying to figure it out. So they don't have the matured mind to handle relationship at this instance. They don't know when it's love and when it's infatuation. They don't know how to crisscross between their academics and relationship. So maturity on how to handle things is not there. Emotional maturity, social maturity, and a whole lot of other things that are involved is there. So they need to get matured first. So lack of maturity is another effect why you don't need to go into dating at an early age. It affects your academic performance. Times you will have spent reading is time you will spend partying or going on a date with the other person or having time together with the other person so you can please him or her. And so your academics suffers. You can neglect your homework. You can neglect school projects. You can neglect seminar just because you want to please the other person. That is enough trouble on its own. So first of all, try and put the academic first, because every other thing will come. You see, it has a time limit to all of this. The academics have a time limit. So allow your relationship to slip on somewhere. And when it's the right time, you can go for it. And so don't allow dating at an early age affect your academics. So another problem to early dating is affecting your academics. Early exposure to sex. The other person may want sex as you guys are dating. And remember, we have talked about the sexually active teen on this corner, the consequences of teenage pregnancy, and other sexual issues that can affect your life negatively. And so, if you get involved in sexual activity at this age, you might jeopardize your future. So, at this age, you do not have enough self-control to control your feelings and yourself, because you guys are still young. Even the other person may not be mature enough to control himself or herself. And so there is this lure of falling into sexual activities, which we preach here that abstinence is the best, and that you have a whole life ahead of you to tackle. And so don't use this early age to complicate issues and matters for yourself. So another reason is it exposes you early to sexual activity, which might not be good in the long run. Now, the sixth one is strain your relationship with your parents. Your parents will not want you to go out the way you want to go out. It becomes an issue in the house. Your parents will not want you to get involved in sexual activity early. It becomes a problem in the house. So it strains the relationship you have with your parents or with your guardian. So you don't need this. This is a whole drama on its own. Remember that your parents and your guardians are your guide at this age. Follow an adequate guide from them so that it will go well with you, or else you meet a waterlow up there or down there. Alright, emotional trauma. Sometimes this relationship ends in a traumatic situation. It's either you're the one that ended the relationship because of things you are seeing, or you are the one that is dumped. Both sides, there is emotional trauma on it. If you don't handle this, there are some teenagers that are too emotional, that they become too traumatized to function well. It can lead to mental health. It can lead to loss of appetite, loss of sleep, a lot of health issues. So please, try as much as possible to avoid this trauma. They are not healthy. That's why we tell you, grow up, get mature. We are not telling you any rightful age for dating. Know when you are matured up there. Know when it is right for you to do what is right. Okay, so emotional trauma can cause you a whole lot of pain. You lose your friends. You know, as you're growing up, your peers, your friends, you do things together. So as you go on this new venture, you forget your friends, because this is the opposite sex you want to satisfy. You're going to invest your time, your energy, a lot of things are going to be invested in it. Financially, emotionally, socially, you're going to invest on it. So those old friends you have before now that you cherish so much, you neglect them. That time outing with your friends, the good talk with your friends, they are all neglected. So you lose these friends, and these friends might be precious friends you love so much. And so you need to be careful. Involvement in delinquent behavior. So this delinquent behavior can be as a result of arguments with your parents, behavior that are not becoming, behavior that can jeopardize your relationship with your parents, other meaning adults, your teachers, other people that have your special interest at heart. You start behaving, your attitude, your behavior, your countenance towards these people will change, and you think you know it all. Nobody tells you what to do. You just want to do it your own way. All of this behavior leads to this kind of behavior. And in most cases, some people experiment with drugs because of who they date. If you start dating an individual who is exposed to drug, there is every possibility that you will be exposed to drug and alcohol. You go on a date, you go on white parties, you go to club with this individual, they introduce you to substance, to drugs, to alcohol, and at the end of the day, you become a drug addict or an alcohol abuser or a drunkard. they become too bad, because to remedy these things will take time. So these are 10 points why we said you should wait till you are matured enough to date. We're not giving you any specific periods to date, but we are telling you to wait until you are matured. You don't start dating at 12, 13, 14. What do you know? Get matured up here. Know what you want. Focus on the goals ahead of you. Focus on your academics. Focus on your education. Focus on the skills you want to learn. Focus on the better person you want to turn into, and get motivated. Dating does not give you the motivation you need to be a better person. There is time for everything. Nobody discourages you from dating, but get to the rightful age of dating before you date. Now let me run through this point again. Learn about yourself. You are still trying to learn about yourself. 2, there is enough stress for you to tackle instead of thinking about dating. Your lack maturity, it will affect your academic performance. It exposes you early to sexual activity. It will strain the relationship with your parents. It gives you emotional trauma if not well handled. You lose your friends you come up with. It makes you to get involved in delinquent behavior. Then it can introduce you to drugs and alcoholism. So these are the points. Thank you for being part of this corner. Is there any topic you want us to talk about? We have a number of topics here. If you need any topic you want us to talk about, please comment below the comment box and tell us the topic you want us to discuss. If there are questions you need to ask us, either in our previous episode on this or this present episode, please comment below the comment box. Parents, please have an open communication about sex education with your children, because that will help them to know what to do. You understand them better than we do on the channel. So you have to suggest a better time for them to start dating, and please expose them to sex education so that they don't get involved in sexual activity as they get into dating. It was my pleasure being here. I will see you in our next episode when we'll talk about abuses associated with early dating. Abuses associated with early dating. Come along as we take that topic. Thank you for being here. Smash the like button if you like what we do here. I'll see you.